The House of Representatives will have an historic vote on impeachment this morning, while investigators look for high-level witnesses to testify. Meanwhile, the Washington Post is reporting that a White House lawyer put the summary of President Trump's phone call with Ukraine's president under high security only after a concerned national security aide rushed into his office. Nancy Cordes is outside the House chamber with more on this story. So, Nancy, what does this upcoming vote do, and do you think it's going to pass? Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Well, this is the first vote on the impeachment inquiry. It establishes some procedures going forward. It has near universal Democratic support, and so it is expected to pass. It comes as we are learning some new details about the handling of that controversial call at the heart of this case.
Lieutenant Colonel Alex Vindman, the top Ukraine advisor at the White House, testified that he was so disturbed by the pressure President Trump put on the Ukrainian president in July that he rushed to White House lawyer John Eisenberg's office after the July 25th call. According to the Washington Post, Vindman told Eisenberg that what the president did was wrong. Eisenberg then proposed moving the call summary to a highly classified server and restricting access to it. Eisenberg is one of three major figures who congressional investigators want to hear from next week. Another is the president's former national security advisor, John Bolton. According to one former White House official, Bolton used the term drug deal to describe the pressure put on Ukraine to investigate the president's campaign rival, Joe Biden.
If indeed what we have learned is true, that he thought this was a drug deal, he thought that Mr. Giuliani was a hand grenade, then tell the American people.
The president's top Russia advisor, Tim Morrison, will sit for a highly anticipated deposition today. In a surprise move last night, the White House announced Morrison was stepping down to pursue other opportunities, and that he had been considering leaving for some time.
Cutting ties with the administration makes it less likely that the president could compel him not to show.
The top U.S. diplomat in Ukraine, Bill Taylor, testified last week that Morrison had warned him the president doesn't want to provide any military assistance at all to Ukraine. Taylor said he found that extremely troubling.
The president will be completely excluded from the Intelligence Committee procedures.
Lawmakers debated into the night over the rules that will govern the public phase of this inquiry.
What you have set forth here is not an open and fair process.
We can shape our impeachment investigation however we like.
Everyone here has been wondering, will John Bolton actually come in and sit for a deposition? Well, his lawyer told CBS News last night, quote, Bolton is not willing to appear voluntarily, but I stand ready at all times to accept service of a subpoena on his behalf. And Democrats will be all too happy to issue that subpoena, Gayle, if it means that Bolton, who sometimes clashed with the president, will come in and tell them what he witnessed.
Many people want to know what he has to say. Thank you very much, Nancy. We'll bring you the results of this morning's vote on the House impeachment resolution in a CBS News special report with Nora O'Donnell from Washington this morning.